Good evening, everyone. It's my honor to present Kristine Russell to the group tonight. Chris is the publisher, executive editor of Healthcare Purchasing News that's been mentioned several times throughout the evening. She's also the president of KSR Publishing and president of NP Communications. Chris is in a category that we don't often talk about in supply chain nor recognize of education and media. She has spent more than 25 years in the healthcare industry, specifically in healthcare business-to-business trade publications. Chris started her healthcare trade publishing career in 1982 after working as a buyer at Sears Tower right here in Chicago and at Montgomery Ward. However, she didn't find passion or, satisfaction in that retail segment. And she got into publishing in circulation, which is now called audience development. She became vice president of operations and acquisitions and group publisher of healthcare at Nelson Publishing, where she oversaw 12 publications in various areas, including healthcare information technology and informatics, clinical laboratory, and product equipment design, with some ties to forward-thinking supply chain executives exploring these topics. But after reading about Chris's background, I think her blanket of passion really started to weave itself after the birth of her daughter. And through that healthcare experience, I think it probably still drives Chris's empathy, passion, and drive to make communications more successful in the complex field that we have to navigate every day. In 2003, Chris formed her own company, KSR Publishing, and acquired HPN from Nelson Publishing. What I didn't know was during the dot-com bubble, Healthcare Purchasing News actually struggled a bit. There was really still good content in the magazine, but the rest of the core business wasn't doing that great. But Chris stepped in, she took the reins of HPN, relaunched, and built it up to the practice that it is today. And for that, I'm personally grateful because I think Chris has helped put words on paper and helped many, many folks, including myself, to tell their story and to tell it well so that it could be shared with others as a learning experience. Chris also serves as a dedicated speaker and supply chain ambassador or evangelist to a number of clinical and trade associations, regularly working to bridge the gap between supply chain and clinical and IT teams. She's been intricately involved in the planning, organization, and support of supply chain-focused special interest groups, especially with HIMSS, and again, building that bridge between IT and supply chain. And also to support supply chain and clinical operations in such nursing-centric organizations as ARN and AACN. Within the supply chain profession itself, through her passion and tenacity, practitioners have become more educated and informed about the world around them and their specific place and role in it. Outside of the supply chain profession, executives, clinicians, and administrators are also more aware of supply chain's importance and their influence and contributions. They can also track the progressive development of emerging supply chain leaders. I consider Chris a friend and a colleague and want to wish her much congratulations as we bring her to the front of the room.
Thank you, Deb. That's quite a wonderful introduction. And I just want to thank everybody here tonight. I've been here for 10 years, and I never envisioned that I would be standing here in front of you. It's such a wonderful honor. I think most of you who do know me know I'm pretty passionate about what I do. I really try to tell the success stories about the processes and the wonderful things that you've all accomplished on a daily basis. And of course, I'm hoping to continue to do that. Many of you here are also on my editorial board. And as part of that wonderful group that keeps me focused on a daily basis with the daily newsletters that we write, the associations that I'm involved in, and especially associations like ARM and ISHM and SMI, and I'm sure there's many more that I'm forgetting to mention, but it's just a wondrous opportunity to be standing here again in front of you. I said I was going to be very brief with my comments. I'm still amazed that I would even be considered. I do hope that as a continuing basis, I can help bring together the clinical lab market, the healthcare IT, the revenue cycle management areas. There's a lot of silos that we just can't seem to crack that ability to bring us all together. As I look around this room and I just see all these wonderful faces here, it's just, again, it's an honor, and thank you.